Hello Mechwarriors, how is it going? Welcome to your daily dose of Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm playing the Cicada X-5. It's the hero variant, and yeah, I know I did a lot of cicadas lately, but I like them. I totally like them, and you are getting one daily dose for today in a cicada. So, what am I doing here? As you might tell, the X5 is the one cicada that has missile hard points, and I'm totally using that for a very nice LRM flanking mech. Yeah, you heard right, LRM flanking. It's totally viable. You just get into the backs or into the flank of the enemy and you harass them with missiles. The Cicada has the speed for it and the mobility, and it has also very nice missile cooldown quirks. As you can see, 25%, that is very significant. Also you got the velocity quirk that makes the missiles go faster. It's usually meant for SRMs, but you can put LRMs into that one as well, and you will see that it is quite viable. For my backup weapons I chose 2 medium lasers. You could go for 4 small lasers if you want, but I had to strip down the arms a lot and those are falling off very easily, so I wouldn't recommend putting some energy weapons into that. I've got an XL engine 207T, got to strip down the engine pretty hard as well, so I'm only running 117.6 kph. It's not crazy, it's not really much, but it's just enough to get into good positions. Also, the Cicada has a very small profile compared to other mechs, and you can just try to sneak through cover to your spot that you want to be in. I'm having 6 tons of LRM ammo, so the 25% cooldown quirk, it will consume a lot of ammo, so you will put out missiles very quickly, and therefore 6 tons. You really need that. The modules are advanced target decay, so you want to keep up the locks for as long as possible, mostly because at some point you will just step back to cover and then you want your missiles to travel and find their targets. I've got the LRM-10 cooldown module, not the range module because I don't need that, and the medium laser cooldown module because I only have 2 of them and I want to put out as much damage as possible with my energy weapons if anything gets close. I've got radar deprivation to hide from enemy missiles, of course, and I've got an improved UAV and a cool shot here. Now you could take out the cool shot maybe and put an airstrike or an artillery strike into that. I'm mixing this up here, but improved UAV, it's coming in very handy, especially since this one cancels ECM and you can hold locks with that by yourself. And that is the build. I wish you all a lot of fun with the 3 games that are coming today. Yeah, I'm giving you a bonus video or a bonus game because I had a lot of fun with it again and I recorded a lot of footage that is worth showing you. And now it's time to hit the battlefield. So, we are playing the first game of the day. We are playing Pola Highlands, we are playing Assault. And yes, this is a very good map for LRM spam, especially when you are in the flanks of the enemy. You can get there very easily by just running over the straight field here without a problem, so you don't have anything that obstructs your movement. All you need to do is you need to make sure that you are in cover while advancing. So you want to dodge all the shots that are coming from the center, and once we positioned ourselves into the flanks, we are just going over and shooting those LRMs. Also, that advanced target decay helps here really much. We can just pop down and still have locks on the enemy for a while. That Nova here is really out of position. He has no backup from any teammate that can protect him, and I spotted him and tried to actually destroy some components. By trying, I mean just shoot some LRMs, because I can't target the components with LRMs, of course, which is a kind of a drawback from those, but since the enemy now found me and I've got their attention, it's time to move out here. And by the way, when I'm firing missiles or when I am playing with LRMs in general, I'm trying to go for the bigger targets. Not only are they a bit slower, so that more of your missiles will actually hit the target, even if you lose track, but also they are the ones with the big armor buffs. So gonna make sure that you remove some armor from the heavies. They are the ones likely to be on the front line when there will be a push, and when they have less armor than your heavies, then you are in kind of an advantage. Gonna make sure that you get that. Also, it is again very easy to reposition myself. I saw that the Nova is coming from the back and I could just go in because I knew that he was so damaged, and it was very easy to take him down actually. Now the Mad Dog is my priority target again, going for that heavy, and as you can see, we've got a lot of missiles on our team. The crab is not paying attention whatsoever. However, he has an AMS, which is kind of bad for my missiles, because again, they will be destroyed by the AMS. But again, since we've got a lot of firepower in terms of LRMs, we are just going for it. So just bulk up your missiles into one enemy, and an AMS can't do anything. As you can see, I'm running hot a bit. So that was because I didn't pay attention to my heat, and the build, it is a bit hot, I have to say. It's a bit of a shame that at some point you just can't fire your missiles anymore, and you need some time to cool down. But it's working out pretty fine so far, so we already taken 4 enemies down. This will be a kind of a stompy game here, because the enemy came in one by one. They were so spread apart. I have no idea what they are doing over there. So I think they just decided to push on our base, but not all of them followed up, and they got into that situation here. And I am finding another target here again. It's an assault mech, and since he is in cover and I've got a Shadowhawk right in front of me with a much shorter range, I will just go for him. Because the shorter the travel time of your missiles, the more missiles we hit, the harder the enemy has it to actually break your locks, and the better. So my missiles are out, all of them, and now I've only got 2 medium lasers, but never underestimate 2 medium lasers. You're dealing 10 damage with every shot, and since the Atlas is totally ignoring me, I can just shoot my medium lasers over and over again until he eventually dies, being taken down by our whole team. So now it's just me and my team versus some of them, so it's only 5 enemies left. And I saw that the Shadowhawk had PPCs, and therefore I just went in because I wanted that kill. I saw that he was smoking already. That means that he has an open component, which was unfortunately the arm. But again, I saw that he has PPCs and some SRMs, and I was not scared of his SRMs. I just went in and I went for the kill, underrunning his minimum fighting distance of the PPCs, and therefore taking like 2/3 of his firepower away from him by just getting close. So we got the kill on the Shadowhawk, and there are only 3 enemies left. My team is totally pushing into the remaining enemies here, and I see a spider capturing our base, and his leg is open, and therefore I'm totally going for it. Problem was, somebody dropped an airstrike on his head and he was taken down by that. Kind of a shame. But anyway, so a mad dog and somebody else left. And then that's that.
Good.
But yeah, I like the Cicada. I like the Cicadas a lot. They are very mobile, they can pack a decent firepower, and I totally neglected them in the first place because I was the 55-ton mech player and I tried to brawl with them, but that is not what Cicadas are good at. So I'm gonna make sure that you flank with them. There they excel. So I got a very lucky kill here on that Kid Fox, who was taken down by everybody. Let's have a look at the end score before we get into the next one. So, 587 damage, got 3 kills, 8 assists, got 2 kill most damage dealt, and 4 components destroyed. That was a nice flanking maneuver on Pola Highlands. We're getting over to the next one immediately. Alright, we are playing Grim Plexus in escort mode, and we are playing as the attacker. And it's kind of a difficulty here because we have those ECM towers which are disrupting my sensors, and that's of course the bane of LRMs, getting no locks. And therefore my first objective was just capturing this one here. I see that there was a guy shooting with medium lasers, which was not that scary, but then there were missiles incoming and I immediately decided to go away. So I just neutralized it. I didn't capture it by myself, which would have been probably a good idea, but I didn't want to get a lot of damage early on, so I just left that spot, and it's fine. That spot, by the way, in Golf 6 is very crucial. It is in the center of the map, and you should try to get dominance over that. It's for the late game, it is very important, because the team will eventually push at that point, and when you have sensors and the enemy does not have that, that is a very good advantage. So I'm spotting that Battlemaster here, he has a lot of trouble because he is forced back by my LRMs and a lot of shooting from my team, and therefore he was not really targeting me. Problem is that I'm targeted by everybody else on the enemy team, and therefore I'm trying to back up. Problem is again that I ran into my Hellbringer. It was totally my mistake, just stepping behind him, trying to get out of that firing line, and I blocked him a bit, but I think it should be fine. He didn't get too much damage, I hope. So we've got 2 kills ahead now. That is actually a good thing. So we got a little advantage. It's not a little advantage, it's quite significant in that state of the game, and we could be a bit more aggressive right now. As you can see, my team is pushing up and I'm sitting back because I wanted to play it safe. My center torso is open and I couldn't do a crazy flanking maneuver getting into the side of the enemy. It would have been too risky at this point. So I'm just staying here. I try to get to a bit of cover, I try to shoot over that cover, and I'm going, of course, for the assault mechs, which are a lot. So we've got some stalkers, we've got some marauder to see, an atlas, a direwolf. That is a crazy matchup that we are having here. Again, I was spotted and I was forced out of my position. And the good thing is that we've got focus on the atlas right now, and my team is pushing ahead a bit. And I was in pretty good shape, just shooting over those ridges with my LRMs and the medium lasers combined. Was not even a problem, and the Atlas was forced out. The third thing about it is that we didn't commit to the kill. We should have done that. That would be huge if you could take that Atlas out of the game. So when you see your friendly shooting an enemy and they are retreating, just go in for the kill, because he would probably not shoot you back while he's on the run. And when you can take out a mech, a complete mech out of the game, then you are having a big advantage. So the numbers are very important on that. Anyway, he got out. We are not that much ahead anymore. Got only 3 kills, the enemy got 2. And we needed to do something right now. So my team is pushing and it's struggling a bit. Also, we've got some laggards on the right. And I decided to go for the right side, because I saw that there are some mediums going in for the kill and I wanted to support them. I wanted to destroy as much armor as possible on that marauder to see, so that we can actually go from this flank and have our teammates in the center. That was pretty good, because we had a lot of firepower. He had 4 ERPPCs, which was so hot. He couldn't fight back at some point, and yeah, then being overrun by 4 of the enemy mechs is quite a death sentence. Anyway, we are at 9 kills now, and we are just going in now and trying to destroy what's left of the enemy. So we can be very cocky right now. Of course, I had to back up a bit here because I was not in optimal range for my missiles, but there is that marauder to see, and he is the last enemy left. So no point holding back right now, just shooting everything I have to get as much damage out to him. And down he goes. Very good. So only the enemy, not the enemy, the VIP is left. And yeah, we are all going for the kill, of course. This is the objective we have to destroy right now. If we would just leave him, then we would lose the game. And yeah, I'm just going in. And you could call that damage farming, you could call that supporting. But yeah, let's actually subtract, like, I don't know, 250 damage from the end score to see how much damage I contributed in the team fight, and not just shooting everything into the back of that Atlas here. Somebody lagged him, which makes him very slow. By the way, that is a viable strategy. You can lag the Atlas early on just to buy you time and finish off the enemy team. That is a thing you can do. And I got a lucky shot with my mediums into the back. I even killed that VIP. That is a nice killing blow that adds up to the end score. And yeah, we'll have a look at the end score and see the damage score. Come on, end screen, pop up. Yeah, 984. Again, subtract 250 roundabout, then we are still at 700 something. That's quite a good number. 3 kills, 8 assists is also very nice. And I've got a special one for you today. I'm having a bonus game, and we're getting into it right now. So we are in Pola Highland again. We are playing Domination. I played with a buddy of mine, and he is playing an LRM5 Blackjack, and he is running behind me. He's a bit slower than my Cicada, but we agreed on going to the right flank. We wanted to go behind the enemy and do that flanking stuff again. Very quick side note here, we are playing with Panzermagier, or against Panzermagier, TTB and Giglab. So this will be a very interesting game. For you who do not know who those guys are, Panzermagier is a streamer, TTB is also a YouTuber. I will give you the link in the description to his channel, and Giglab is just a guy who's nice. So yeah, I was forced back by that Hellbringer. It was a bit of a problem there. So I couldn't fight him because he had ECM, but I dropped a UAV to cancel that, and there was yeah, no shooting to that UAV. So now I could actually turn around and shoot my LRMs to that Hellbringer without a problem. And we again have that backup from my buddy with the Blackjack and the LRMs, and as you can see, that Hellbringer gets stripped so hard. Problem was that little Arctic cheetah here, which was played by Giglab, and he did a good thing. He just He just harassed me so hard and he drove me out of my position. But what I didn't understand there is why he didn't commit to the kill. Look at my legs. He could have easily taken me down. Instead he turned around because he saw that there is another mech, which was a blackjack with LRMs. Not scary to you, man. Not scary. And he ran into my UAV again and we could shoot him. I'm very sorry for that, but it's just the way it is. So again, I'm totally committing to that kill, and as you can see, his legs are damaged as well, and we eventually managed to strip off one of his legs. So I'm going to check if that actually hit, and yeah, as you can see, he is just standing there. He couldn't fight anymore, he couldn't run anymore. He could of course fight, and at that point I didn't have intel, so I just shot his torso. I should have shot his leg there, of course, which I'm doing now. I dropped my airstrike just to destroy him, and that went through his complete body. And again, now it's time to just finish him off by shooting the legs. I'm sorry for that, actually. But it's the game, so I'm gonna play that. So what do we have there? There is TTB in his Atlas. He's got a nice brawler there, but I'm continuing raining some LRMs onto his face. He already lost his SRMs, which is kind of a shame. So he's not that scary anymore. It's not the big bad threat. And we are just continuing raining some missiles onto his head until he gets destroyed. So there is a brawler in my left side. It's a Panzermagier with his Griffin. He has SRM 6s and Artemis. Very scary, so I needed to actually stay away from him, but he turned around and was taken down from behind. The problem that we are having here is that everybody in the circle was destroyed by the enemy team, and we are just some harassers, we are just some skirmishers in the outskirts, just raining some LRMs to a complete fresh team, and we couldn't do anything about it. So they just went in for the kills, they just tried to get us. I was trying to rain as many missiles as possible and overheated that way. It was very unfortunate. But yeah, as you can see, my mech is completely done. It has no armor on the legs, in the center torso. As soon as I will engage the enemy, I will be dead. And I can't really go in and fight anymore. But still, it was a fun game. We are just trying to do something right now. And I see that nobody is in the circle anymore. I'm just committing to something. I just wanted that Hellbringer, which I didn't get. But anyway, let's get in. Let's try to shoot him down. I'm the last one right now. I'm just going in and down I go. That was a really nice round. I had a lot of fun in that, just going to the outskirts and doing some flanking shenanigans. Yeah, anyway, let's have a look at the end score before we end the video for today. That always takes a while. Yeah, so 759 damage, got 2 killing blows, 2 assists, 2k most damage dealt, and 10 components destroyed. Yeah, everybody, that was the Cicada with the LRMs. I would say it is viable. You can do that. You can totally do that if you want some nice flanking maneuver, harass the enemy, and yeah, deal some damage to the enemy's armor. Of course, you won't kill a lot, but still, it's a fun mech to play. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to support me doing this here, then go down below to the description. There is a link to my Patreon page. There you can support me with a bit of money if you want. And I hope to see you on the battlefield. Goodbye.